Donald Trump está retrocediendo otra vez, y no solo él, también su escuadrón de mano dura. Está recogiendo cables en Minnesota después de caos, titulares vergonzosos y ciudadanos muertos. Sí, el mismo presidente que prometía orden generó el desorden. Su jefe de frontera, Tom Homan, anuncia la retirada de una estrategia sobre el repliegue forzado. Pero aquí viene lo interesante. En Minnesota no están hablando de pasar página, están hablando de las responsabilidades y eso cambia todo. Hoy en Rumor de Estado vamos a empezar lo que dijo el gobernador Tim Walz después del ataque federal generando un desastre fiscal. El general de Estado Keith Ellison y el general del Senado montaron su show habitual. Pasemos a video.
And we're going to be proposing a reinstitution of our Small Business Emergency Fund. It's what we used very successfully during COVID in the recovery and the economic recovery that we saw in Minnesota that outpaced most of the rest of the country. We're going to be proposing a first-time $10 million one-time targeted loans, forgivable loans that we know, and I want to be very clear, is a very small piece of this, but what I am going to challenge as we get ready to start here in a few days, the legislative session, this legislative session needs to be about recovery of the damages done to us. I am also asking our team, I'm going to make appeals to our federal delegation. The federal government needs to pay for what they broke here. There are going to be accountability on the things that happened, but one of the things, the incredible and immense costs that were borne by the people of this state, the federal government needs to be responsible. You don't get to break things and just leave without doing something about it. So we're going to be asking the federal delegation to be investing and doing the things necessary. We have been in contact with federal leadership as a negotiation is happening right now on DHS funding and all of the things that we have an expectation, whether it be the investigations, whether it be going forward, no masks, because this, I got to tell you, one of the things, and I'm in contact with a lot of my colleagues, both at the federal level with the Senate and the House, but especially governors. I don't want these folks showing up somewhere else and doing this. So the changes that need to be made, the investments that need to come back, they need to show, they being the federal government and they being this administration, they need to do more. But I'm not going to hold my breath that the federal government's going to do the right thing. What I am going to do is I'm going to bet on the people of this state. And when we come into this legislative session, an expectation is this should be a bipartisan effort to protect these businesses, to protect what we have in Minnesota, to make changes here to improve this state. That should be very easy. And I think we've seen just some of the data surrounding this. There's very few things in this state that are more unpopular than what just happened to us. And there's few things that are more popular than recovery and supporting small businesses. So,
y aquí está el detalle que incomoda a Trump. Esto no fue una victoria federal, fue un desastre político. Tom Homan anunció el retiro de agentes ICE como si estuviera cerrando una misión cumplida. Pero la realidad es que la operación generó indignación nacional, demandas sobre una caída brutal y respaldo a la gente migratoria de la gente de la ciudad. Operatorios, ciudadanos y gobernadores exigiendo compensaciones, esto no es éxito, es fracaso. Y todo empezó por una acusación cumplida en Minnesota. Trump necesitaba un culpable externo para desviar la economía golpeada por aranceles y recortes fiscales que favorecen a los de siempre. Así, eligió un agente blanco. La evidencia no la acompañó en su discurso y la reacción fue más fuerte de lo que calculaban. Pero si creen que el momento más tenso fue la retirada de ICE, esperen a ver lo que pasó en el Senado. Hawley intentó convertir una audiencia en un tribunal político contra Minnesota y Keith Ellison no se quedó callado.
Why'd you help him?
Are you going to let me answer?
Please, we're all ears.
So first of all, you're cherry picking quotes out of there.
Why did you help him?
I thought you were going to let me answer.
Why did you help him?
Are you going to let me answer?
Why did you help him?
You let me answer and I'll answer you.
Tell the truth and I'll let you answer.
I will tell the truth.
Good.
Let's do that.
That'd be a nice change. Why'd you help him?
No, now see, Mr. Chairman, I didn't come here to be insulted. I came here voluntarily.
You came here for the truth. Let's have it. Why did you help them? The quotes are here. They're in black and white, and every member of this audience can listen to the recording. It's 54 minutes long. It's all in public. You can Google it right now and listen to it.
And listen to it all.
Why'd you help them?
First of all, I didn't help them.
You did help them.
No, I did not. I certainly didn't.
You're saying you didn't do anything for them. You didn't.
Well, wait a minute.
I already have my team working on this again. That's not you?
I have my team assisted with the information that led to the prosecution and conviction of these people.
No, you didn't. You didn't lift a finger to prosecute them. No, you did not. You didn't lift a finger to prosecute them. You had, BS. You had whistleblowers come to you as early as 2019.
You're the one talking BS.
Hey, listen, it's my time.
Doesn't know what you're talking about, sir.
No, sir. You now have encountered the truth and you don't like it. Why'd you take their money? Why'd you take their money?
I didn't.
You took $10,000.
No, that's a false statement.
$10,000 9 days after the meeting.
False statement.
You took $10,000. Here's what happened. They went to your office.
They
solicited money from you. They solicited help from you.
That's also wrong.
They came to your office. It was your official office. You met with them for 54 minutes.
No,
they asked you for help. You pledged it to them, and they talked repeatedly about money. In fact, it's all they talked about.
That's a lie.
Money, 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 money. They said, we will put our dollars in the right place. We will support candidates that will fight to protect our interests. You replied, that's right. They said, if you are securing your donor base and securing your power base, you can act the way you want. You replied, money is freedom. They said the amount of money circulating, I'm reading the transcript, the amount of money circulating in our community today is powerful, and we haven't realizing it in a meaningful way. And you said, give me the specifics. And 9 days later, you took $10,000 from people who were then indicted. It's in your reports. Why'd you do it?
Sir,
was it worth it?
You know what? This is a theatrical performance.
This is the truth. This is what accountability looks like, of which you've had none. You helped fraudsters defraud your state and this government of $9 billion, and you got a fat campaign contribution out of it. You ought to be indicted.
True. Well,
that's the truth.
I think we've made the point. Let's keep the tenor.
Well,
just
for the record,
I'll ask how I want to,
he's lying,
Paul.
and that's the truth.
Oh no, this is all on the record,
sir.
Did you bother Did you bother to investigate where the money that you facilitated their fraud for, where it went? Do you know where it went, what it was used for, the fraudulent money? I do, because we just heard testimony about it yesterday.
Because we were key players in the
hundreds of millions of dollars to terrorist groups, to transnational criminal organizations, to the drug trade, to drug trafficking, to child trafficking. And you took $10,000
That's a lie.
And helped them do it. You know, the other thing is, whistleblowers came to you as early as 2019. Let's look. As early as 2019, whistleblower. Don't talk over me.
No,
as early as 2019, it's my hearing, pal. As early as 2019.
Don't call me
whistleblowers came to, well, I should call you prisoner because you ought to be in jail.
Well, we'll see what you can do.
In 2019, whistleblowers came to you in your office and referred to you fraud allegations from Feeding Our Futures, and you blew them off. Listen, your own state newspaper investigated it. The Minnesota Star Tribune, the Partners in Nutrition, brought its concerns to the Attorney General's office in 2018 and in 2019, and you did nothing. You did nothing for years. The only action you took is, once all these fraudsters came to your office and asked you to get involved and offered you money, then you got involved. Then you took the money, and then you got involved.
They did not come to my office. You're completely wrong about that.
You met with them for 54 minutes, and you took $10,000, and they also gave your family money. They gave your family thousands of dollars in campaign contributions in addition to what they gave
false
you.
Statement.
Let's put the
this is completely untrue.
The New York Post.
Yeah, we know the New York Post.
Minnesota Keith Ellison, AG, accepted campaign donations from individuals linked to the $250 million COVID fraud scheme after they were in your office. The donations came on December 20th.
Sir,
you met with them on December the 11th, and on January 20th, the FBI knocked over their headquarters.
No.
That's the sequence of events here.
No, it's not.
You've been right at the center of this fraud thing from the beginning, and you've enabled it. And sir, you should resign.
And sir, you should resign. I was thinking the same thing about you.
You should resign.
I was thinking the exact same thing about you.
I'm sure after encountering this truth, you are, because it hurts to have accountability, doesn't it?
Because after this parade of lies and presentation, I think you should be ashamed for misrepresentation.
Time has expired.
Lo que vimos no fue una búsqueda serena de la verdad, fue un intento de convertir un caso complejo en un eslogan de campaña. Hawley necesitaba un villano estatal para contratar el relato de la Casa Blanca. Todos generaron cuestionamientos que pueden enfrentar lo que no podían aceptar en base a las insinuaciones. Pero aquí hay algo más profundo. La estrategia de Trump y sus aliados es lo de siempre: intervienen, generan caos y luego acusan a quienes intentan reparar el daño. Cuando se les exige las consecuencias responder ante ellas, lo señalan y lo llaman justicia. Minnesota respondió con 2 acusaciones para reconstruir y generar una confrontación directa, eso generando lo que incomoda en la crítica de las redes. El gobierno federal asume los gastos y exige explicaciones contra las investigaciones recientes. Lo ocurrido en Minnesota es una radiografía en el momento político en que un presidente pasa sus apuestas y genera acusaciones por alto, generando un impacto mediático. La reparación del Senado y la conversión del campo de batalla de ICE no es un agente menor. Y el choque entre Hawley y Ellison muestra cómo la confrontación ya no se limita a declaraciones, sino que se libra de expedientes, cifras y acusaciones formales. Cuando un gobierno central actúa sin coordinación, deja los costos locales y genera una decisión ideológica. Pero ¿quién responde? ¿Quién paga? ¿Quién asume la responsabilidad ética, política y legal? Y eso es lo que están tratando de buscar en Minnesota, una solución a todos estos problemas que Trump intenta escapar eternamente. Si te gustó el video, no olvides suscribirte, darle like, comentar. Esto es Rumor de Estado.